Don't Say Pajamas is the new game show that's taken the world by storm. Hosted by none other than Terry St. Pancakes. The only rule of this game is not to say the word pajamas.
Mr. Edgar Loudshoe.
Hey everybody, and it is a special evening of Jackbox Games with
Now please sit down.
a bunch of the DMs and
What do you call
those
clothes
important to us,
that
which
you
is
sleep
everybody.
in?
But you've heard me talk about how much he does for us behind the scene, and he's actually with us today. So a huge thanks to Otter for making sure that this all looks wonderful. See how wonderful this all looks with our borders and the twinkling lights and everything moving. That's all his work. So he was like, well, I guess I'm going to sit here quietly. And immediately we're all like, nah, I don't think so. So you're going to come play with us. So who do we have here? If you're not familiar with watching every one of our streams, my first question to you is why the fuck not? And the second question is, or the second thing is, these are all of the DMs. Well, not all of the DMs. Maddie will be with us later. And I don't believe Alex is going to be with us tonight. But as I respectively see them on the screen, I will shout out their names. Tell us who you are, a little bit about yourself, like how long you've been doing this, what game you're running on our stream, and if you could have one Christmas gift, what would it be? One gift from, and I mean a Christmas gift. I'm not talking about like, you know, world peace. A Christmas gift. So I'll start with JT. So JT, tell us who you are, where you're from, and what game do you play? Run for us.
Hi, I'm JT, also known as the Bard with No Name. I run False Golden Knights on Wednesday night. I'm from Canada, up in Toronto. Sorry, I said that wrong. Toronto. There you go.
What are all you kids looking at?
And
I heard it correctly the first time.
no, it's not right. What is it, Louisville?
Okay, everybody, if you're not sure what to do right now, maybe just fiddle.
Okay, that's right. I didn't think about that.
That's my go-to response with that one. Always, always. But, and the one Christmas gift that I would like is a hug from Cap.
That was very sweet. Thank you very much. I will give you that hug someday. I promise.
I'll hold you to it.
All right, sounds good. Next up, we have Jason. Jason, tell us a bit about yourself, where you're from, and what game do you run for us? Or did run for us, and what game are you going to run for us?
I'm Jason from Alabama. I live
Like,
I don't know,
what?
10 or 15 minutes
Like-
from Cap, probably.
Yeah, like 10, 15 minutes.
DIY spaghetti and bar. DIY stands for do it yourself.
Been playing D&D since at least the 90s.
My name isn't Tony Palucci.
The old Hero Quest board game even further back than that. Just wrapped up a Scion 2nd Edition Chronicle with the guys on Tuesday nights, and this coming year we're going to be playing Star Wars, the old D6 system.
Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah. That was re-released not long ago.
Yes, that's what I've got there. I never had any of the original stuff.
That's the re-release, and that looked awesome. I picked it up because I was running the Genesis system. You actually sat in on one of my games on that Friday, and running the Genesis system, which I like that system. It's a really great narrative storytelling system.
It was fun to play, but I saw enough of it playing that I know I never want to run it.
I'm going to tell you right now, running it is very loose, and when you have players who have played Pathfinder and even D&D and other things where they want that, no, what is close range? Is that 5 feet? Is that it's close range? They're like, no, I need more. So if you have a bunch of people who are really into the narrative and telling a story, it's great. I like the D6 system. I did get to play it once upon a forever ago, but I'm looking forward to seeing you guys run that in the new year. And then we have next next we have Otter. Otter, you're not running a game, but what game are you in? What games? I'll put that as a plural.
Yeah. Well, hi everyone, I'm Otter. I do not run any games, but I am in the Troubleshooters on Mondays. I am in A Knight's Ransom on Thursdays, and Varenheim on Sundays. Usually, the stream stuff is what I run versus the stories.
And he does an amazing job. He'll go to me, he's like, hey, I saw, or let me see if I can do this. Hey, I saw this really neat thing. I wanted you to take a look at it.
There's too much enthusiasm in that voice.
Oh, that's right. It has to be very deadpan.
Why are we doing voices now?
I want you to know that I found this really neat thing.
Yes, Otter is, dude. That's like the excitement in Otter. Dude. No,
way
appreciative.
Way too many years of ADD. All the excitement's up here. It just doesn't come out.
You feel it. You just don't emote it. Okay.
Short
I'm quite the opposite. Theater kids, though. What do you do?
Yeah.
Next up, we have MIA. No, next we have Trail. Trail is one of our newest DMs.
Probably the newest one, actually, in DMing in general, actually. Hi, I'm Trail.
I think JT actually might be.
Oh,
I am. You've run a game way earlier than I have. This is my first soiree.
Oh, well then.
And I went in streaming, so we're gonna jump in with both feet, baby.
Yeah, head first. Let's do it. I'm Trail. I run Varenheim on Sundays. I am from the Australia, the US, the Florida man. Florida.
You know, I think that's the first time I've actually heard like where you're from. For some reason, I thought you were in the Upper East Coast, like most of the guys, because I know that for Sunday, I know that at least 3 people, if I'm not mistaken, are in the Upper East Coast side. Because I know where Otter's at, and I think I know where Juju is at. I'm not sure about Given, but I think I know where Given's at. And
Yeah,
it's
I
all
know-
Upper East Coast, or the East Coast, New England area.
Yeah. Safira is actually Juju. He's actually near me, relatively
Oh,
speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm 2 hours from Alabama, so yeah, I'm in the middle of everybody when it comes to that.
You're 2 hours from Alabama, but still like 12 hours from me.
You know, Trail, I know where you live in Florida, but my whole brain went, there's a Florida man part of Florida? Like that was the city?
I mean, if you want to count Panama City as Florida man to a certain extent, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Take how you wish.
Juju, offline, I need to hit that server up and hit you guys up, because now I need to know, because I'm completely off, because I didn't realize that Juju was in Florida. I thought he was up in Penn for some reason.
Yeah, no.
Shows what I know. It shows what I know.
But yeah, I've been DMing probably for about 2 years at this point. So, yeah. So,
Awesome. Well, we are so glad to have all of you. Thank you very much to all of you for all of the hard work that you put in, all the entertainment you bring to everybody that watches. I know that Sunday and Wednesday have been a big hit, and that's huge. It's nice to see. So thank you all. And now, without further ado, let me quit prattling around and let's actually get to some damn trivia questions.
Here we go, everyone.
oh, I can press the button finally?
You can press a button.
You can press the button.
Yeah!
Thank you for bringing us into this world.
Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Master.
Yes, thanks, Mom.
And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff.
Speaking of living in or being in Florida, I lived in the Orlando
Imagine
area
if scientists
for
could harness the brain power in this
7
room.
years.
Revolutionary,
So-
I tell you. Everybody's got their screws. You can force
Yeah.
another player to
It's a-
answer
it-
immediately by hitting
yeah,
the screw
it's-
button.
it's a
If they
place of
miss
its
it,
own.
you win extra
Yeah.
bonus dollars.
It's a place in Florida that I lived.
And our wrong
Kinda how I
answer
look
of
at
the game is sponsored by
The San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating
I'm
season.
currently sitting on the
Pick the
controller
wrong
button
answer
screen.
associated with our
Yep.
sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash.
Never
Yeah,
had
I'm
to
waiting.
need a jackpot.
Yeah, we're just waiting for
So
A
let's
to
get
take
to
over
it.
the world. That's all we're doing. A button.
Round 1.
First
So is he
question.
going through like the rules or something
Bootyful.
here? Because I'm not hearing
Let's
anything.
analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water?
There's no
10%,
noise coming out of this.
40%, 80%, or 100%?
Yeah, there's all I see is the buttons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Through, so I
what
can-
percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? Hold on.
Players 2 and 3.
I realize we missed something. Hold on, everybody.
Okay.
We're gonna do this in the Discord.
Oh, yeah.
That way, you guys can hear it too.
This makes way more sense.
Don't worry,
So,
everyone, we're professionals.
We're clearly not good at setting up these sorts of games. We can DM the hell out of things.
oh yes, but that's
You
okay.
can. I just flail forward and succeed somehow.
Just a quick reminder.
I am going to mute myself for the stream.
So he clearly hasn't.
So this telecommuting thing.
Yep.
I mean, are people getting sick of me?
There we go.
Watch your language. There are children present, namely me.
That's why I'm hoping this telecommuting thing works, because then, you know, once they can figure out how to get the ions and
Okay, what am I supposed to be seeing?
particles, and then you can, right, like
You should be seeing an A, B, X, and Y.
He's just on the TV on a camera. He's
No, I
not
mean,
actually.
code-wise, where's the code?
Oh, it's what I'm streaming to the Discord.
Oh, what streams? That was
Yep.
there we go.
There you go.
Here we go.
That's it.
Now just keep that up so you can
My name
hear
is
it, and
Jaden
that will
Funk,
read
and I
you the
wanna teach
questions and
slam
show you
poetry.
what
The talk is cheap, right?
the answers
Cheap like a toy made in China
can
by
be.
kids in sweatshops working 9 to 5
Okay.
like Dolly Parton. The interruption, but North Korea
Okay.
just dropped a nuclear bomb
Round
on
2.
us, just like I dropped a
Somebody
bomb.
hit go.
Mom and Dad, I'm not running the
Alright,
family
Trail, do it.
business.
Trail's our go guy.
I got
This
this.
is Eurojack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. 4 evenly matched competitors would make this game a lot more interesting. Everyone's got a nice little screw. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
The San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. Hang on tight, we're in for a ride. To begin with, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Players 1 and 2. Player 3. What are you implying exactly? Player 4. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water.
Hey.
But that other 20%
Good job,
is just
Jason.
so round and firm,
Good
I
job.
can't stop thinking about it. Bucker up for his acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Player 4. Players 2 and 3. All wrong, all wrong, all wrong. Player 1. The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which
Good
is funny
job.
because most Renaissance
Nice.
sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
I just love the wittiness of this game.
Here
Alright,
we
let's
have,
do it.
brought to you by the letter U, Nibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows.
Oh,
Bert,
God.
Ernie, the Count.
God.
Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie. Player 3, where's that screw going?
Oh, no.
Oh.
You gotta pick somebody, buddy.
Player 2, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds.
Fewest to most.
Damn, that time just flew
Oh.
by.
I hit the button, but it's too late.
Superb screwing, Player 3. Time to
Good
twist
form.
the knife.
I don't like you.
Sorry. I had to click a random button. It just happened to be you.
Oh god.
I hope you get this one so wrong.
Yeah.
Player 4.
I hope you roll a natural one.
No. Player 1. The correct answer is Ernie has
Ernie,
no
Bert,
eyebrows at all. Bert has one long single eyebrow.
Count
and
has-
the Count has two.
Two.
Two eyebrows. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Coming up, Duck Duck Swan. See the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbard. Player 2, who's gonna get that screw? You're screwed.
Yeah,
Player
right
3,
back
5
at you,
seconds
pal.
to pick an answer.
5 seconds.
Really?
I don't know.
Nice
I
screw
actually
work there,
do.
Player 2.
Oh,
Want a little more money? Player 1.
Alright, Hail Mary, let's do it.
Takebacks.
Nope.
Nope.
Players 2 and 4. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. And on its way, the man in the backwards yellow hat. And it's a dis or dat. Player 3. Don't say I never gave you anything. Play this dis or dat and try to improve your score. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, you tell me if
You're
it's
the only one that gets the
an
answer.
alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the X button. If it's Curious George, press the B button. Now the rest of you should listen carefully. Pick your answers before Player 3 does, because if Player 3 gets it wrong, everyone who gets it right will split that cash. Alrighty then, here it comes. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting a fire. Egged a house.
Wait, what?
Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Ew, baby, 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 ew.
Pop culture.
I know my Curious George.
I didn't know Curious George.
I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber.
God.
That's round 1. And player 4 is at the head of the pack. Who knows what might happen? Don't forget, all the questions in
2015
round
was
2
an
are worth
interesting
double.
year.
So it was.
And remember, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Okay,
It
here it
happened
comes.
for Harambe.
This one's called Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Player 1. Now that's just the dumberest answer I ever heard. Player 2. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. Players 3 and 4. No, but speaking of otter, get it? You just won
The wrong answer of the
San
game.
Francisco Otter Choir.
Otter Choir.
Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another 8,000 on top of your current
Wow.
score. Sweet.
Nice.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
I call this one, let it go, let it go, let it go.
Let it
At which
die.
temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman.
No.
You should know this, Canada.
Yeah.
You may
No.
not know how temperatures
I was
work.
thinking of the melting point, or the freezing point of water,
Players 2
not
and
the
3.
melting point.
30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
And your freedom numbers over there.
Blah, blah, he can magically be saved.
You
But I'm
freedom
talking about what would
numbers.
happen in the real world.
That's
to a
why I
talking
went with the
snowman.
Canadian numbers, the right ones.
You know
Right?
what's up. I'm gonna fail. I'm
And
gonna fail
now,
spectacularly here.
Kangaroo, Peanut,
Go for
Albert
it.
Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First
Okay.
spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
I think I might be wrong on this one.
Player 2. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by
I
a
got it
midwife
right.
or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Player
Oh.
3. Players 1 and 4. That answer has a hole in it.
At least the game's classy.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Here's
classy.
one I like to call wine or lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington
this ain't
Chardonnays,
poorly.
the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings?
Jesus.
You know what?
three?
Don't know.
Nuh-uh. Players 1, 2, and 4. This isn't going to go with dinner at all. This would have worked.
It's the Malbec.
Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn.
You're doing so good, JT. So well.
Like I said, I'm gonna go hard.
I wanna lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep? Player 4?
Yeah, they really didn't give a shit back in the day.
Be coming out the other end. Players 1, 2, and 3. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long.
I knew it was
That's
one of
about how
those two.
deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press your A button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, 2,000 gone if you're wrong, and most importantly, remember the clue. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck.
Oh, hey, shit.
AOL CDs. Ooh, you're so quick on that button.
God damn it, I'm gonna win.
I like that they keep throwing mustard and cheese in there.
Yep.
Love.
I had no idea what that last one was.
Adobe. Tapeworm soldiers are made of tape.
Tape the tapeworm. Beat me to it. Underwood metaphorically.
Oh God.
Got it.
Oh, Frank Underwood.
House
I
of
got
Cards.
that now. House of Cards. Yep.
Player 2 has it! That was a very
Dang.
good win, player 2.
Hey.
Did it make you feel good? How about
Like
you other
30,000.
three? Did that win make you feel good? No? Well, I'm not surprised, because...
It started off well, but it went poorly for me after that.
I got pretty good once we got out of pop culture.
I am Cookie Masterson, and I shaved my nipple.
Well, that was fun.
Do we want to hop to another one in the pack?
Yeah, let's hop to another one. Is there one that we have more players available for?
Fibbage is always a fun one.
Fibbage? Okay.
2 to 8. That'll do.
Awesome.
Please hold while we get everyone in the room.
Mm-hmm. I realized earlier I spelled my name wrong in there. Captain.
We'll get a switch. You spelled your name wrong? That's Patland.
Okay, we all set. There's 5. Yep.
What is fibbage?
No idea.
Hey, I'm Cookie Masterson, your fun-time host person. I gotta get a better job description. 5 players. I hope you don't mind me fantasizing that you're my entourage. Let's do this.
Are you good for you guys?
This is
Yeah.
round 1, and that means you get 500 points for everyone you fool with your made-up answer. And you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. All right,
Okay.
pick a category.
I think we can kill that stream there because this one looks like it's going to appear on our screen here.
No, that's okay. I've got it. Okay, here's your first question. Ruppy the Beagle, who is being studied in South Korea, is a very unusual dog because he can blank. Now use your device to type a lie that might fool the other players into believing it. If you get stuck,
Yeah.
for half the points you can use the Lie For Me button
Kill
and
your
get a
stream in
suggestion.
Discord.
Do it now.
Oh.
I can do that.
I guess I gotta have to bring up the thing then.
Hurry, hit the Lie For Me button if you can't think of something.
Now with that, I got an ad. Thanks, Obama.
Okay, here are your choices. Find the truth and enter it on your device.
Okay, so now how do I hear the thing now?
Gotta turn it up.
If I end the stream, you guys can't hear any of the back end audio.
That's fair. That's a good point.
Well, everyone pick your answers, and I'll pop the stream back up.
Okay.
All right, who picked what?
Hey.
On the diddling.
But still, his bark is worse than his bright. And we're done. Time to pick a category.
Okay.
Okay, here's the question. Actor Eddie Murphy released a dance song in 1982 titled Boogie in Blank. Type in your lies now. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. Okay, what did everyone pick?
Ah, good job.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Yes!
And look what we have here.
What?
You know, I thought that one was too out there to be the truth. Wow.
But
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Select a category.
Oh, man.
This is why I like this one, because they come up with the most ridiculous
Okay,
answers.
here's the question. When soccer player Stefan Schwarz signed with Sunderland in 1999, the team made sure that his contract specifically prohibited him from traveling to blank. Enter your lies now. All right, where's the truth?
You could also choose answers that you like.
Let's see what everybody selected.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was.
That was mine. Outer space.
What?
He was hoping to take a commercial flight to outer space, or as they call it in Europe, foot space.
I just liked
Nobody
the
fell
answer.
for some of these ingenious lies.
Dang.
I'm really not good at these games, but it's still, I love them.
This is round 2, which means all point values are doubled. Exciting. Time to pick a category.
What do we got, JT?
Okay, here's the question.
Where else?
The city of Olney, Illinois organizes an annual event in order to blank squirrels. Type in your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. All right, let's see what everybody picked.
Let's honor the squirrels.
There's going to be something weird regardless. So.
It is.
I actually knew this one.
It seems like I've read an article
Jason?
or watched something on it before.
Jason, breed was going to be my answer originally.
It's important to count those who cannot count themselves. And that's it. Nobody else's lies got picked.
Murder squirrels, you monster.
All right.
Oh,
pick a
that was
category.
This is insane.
Okay, here's
Long.
the question. In 2009, a Russian man shocked the medical world when it was discovered he had a 5-centimeter long blank growing in his lung. Enter your lies now.
5 centimeter. Okay.
Okay, which one's the truth?
I think I picked wrong. I think I know what it is.
I do too.
Sort of Christmas tree. Always go with the most outrageous.
Pick something.
Just
Okay,
pick something.
let's take a look.
Yeah, shit. Damn it.
It was either that or one of the tree ones.
Ah!
I bet it's the tree branch.
It's
Oh,
the only one that. Yeah, it's the only one that had 2 words.
Luckily,
and
he
in
wasn't a
what it
smoker,
was.
or he might have caused a tiny forest fire.
I didn't catch
And
that
that
until
means
after that
some of
article.
these didn't get picked.
Man.
Oh,
Dang!
Select a category.
I just like the music.
Okay, here's the question. A science student in Nepal
However, I
has
have to
created
admit
an
I'm a
innovative
dumbass.
solar panel that is far cheaper to
Because
make
every
than
time
a
it says pick
traditional
one, I go
solar
over here and
panel
click on the
because
streaming
it's
thing.
made
And I'm like,
with
God damn,
blank.
that's the wrong place.
Type in your lies now. Okay, here are your choices.
I'm giving you points just because it makes me laugh. It's horrible, but it made me laugh.
Oh God.
Yeah, you went, oh God, because that's the one I picked.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If that's the actual answer, I swear to
All right,
God.
who picked to watch?
Hey!
Thanks, guys.
Ah.
I'm giving you points because it made me laugh. It's wrong, but it's so funny.
Some bitch.
That would have been a really good
Well,
one, though.
don't you feel foolish?
I would not have guessed
it was
that
gonna
one.
either be a human hair or
And
dog.
nobody
I
fell
had
for
to
this
put
one.
that. It was just too perfect.
Oh. Cap's running away.
It's the only time I'm running.
It's time for the final fibbage. Just one final question, and it's worth triple. Good luck. Okay, here is your final fibbage question. What Dr. Edgar Parker legally changed his name to in order to help his dental practice? Enter your lies now.
I like the noises.
I don't know.
Hurry, hit the lie for me. All right, where's the truth?
Just because I like that one. It made me laugh.
Let's see what everybody selected.
Doesn't make me laugh. What time should you go to the dentist?
2:30.
2:30.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you.
That was really good. Hey.
Dang it.
Well, you guys blew it.
Yeah, I tried to change mine. I can't change it. So.
He
I
drove
realized
Dr. Hertz like a
after
bitch right out
I
of
did
business.
mine that it was his first name,
And
not the
rest
whole
of the
name.
board goes unselected.
Ugh.
I mean, at least I scored something. Oh, okay.
Shut it.
I got the thumbs up cup.
Yeah, because I was the only one who actually gave the thumbs up.
I didn't even know there was a thumbs up thing.
I didn't even see it.
After you choose your answers, they come up with a list of the other answers that you like.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was
That's what I
continually
clicked
giving
on trying
thumbs
to do.
up.
I thought, okay.
So that they give extra little points. It's like, you know, an extra 100 points here or there.
So,
Just
do we
for-
want to do that one again, or do we want to do a different one? That was a lot of fun.
How about
That
do this one
was
again
fun.
now that I know how to play it?
Yeah, let's do this one again.
Works for me. I
am
do
your
like the
host,
music for
Cookie,
this
and I
one,
look
though.
forward to seeing the worst in each of you. 5 of you I see. Did you
So
make a
hi everybody
reservation?
who's watching.
No?
We are just
That's
taking
okay, we'll
tonight
figure
to
it out.
play
Let's
some
do
games
this.
with all of the DMs from Dire Bear and just have a good
This
time.
is round
One
one.
more
You'll
time.
get 500 points for everyone you fool, and you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Time to pick a category.
Oh.
All right, Cap, let's do this. Lucy.
Okay, here's your first question. In a 1999 interview with Us Weekly, actress Lucy Liu revealed that she once had sex with a blank. Type in your lies now. Hurry up, use a suggestion if you... Okay, here you go. Find the truth. Okay, what did everyone pick?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a really good one.
That's not something crazy enough an actress would say.
Yeah.
And that means...
I just want to point out, it put dolphin as its like makeup answer. I'm just like, all right, it's weird. It's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, I was super sure.
Select a category.
Is that one you had it pick for you?
No.
It was that or something even worse. I was like, that's the tamer of the two.
It's not hard. You know what? We'll just stick with this one. Okay, here's the question. Pantherophobia is the constant fear of your blank. Enter your lies now. Hurry! Hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. Okay, here are your choices.
That's funny. Because... That's interesting. I'll give you guys a clue in a second.
All right, let's see what everybody picked.
Aerophobia, so
Fear of your hat.
Penthouse, Penthouse. Would it actually be?
Thank you.
And it was also...
Hey!
That was weird.
We got point to you.
When you type the right answer, it tells you you typed the correct answer.
And that
It
means
tells
some
you
of
you
these
typed
didn't
in the
get picked.
truth, letting you know that you have to change your answer. So it kind of gives it to you.
Well, I mean, you would have gotten it anyway at that point.
Right. So, I mean, it's like, oh, that's good to know.
For sure, I thought you would have got a chuckle out of theory at it.
Category. Okay, here's the question. A man in Milford, Iowa got fired from his job after he used a blank to dislodge his Twix bar from the office vending machine. Type in your lies now. Hurry up, use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, which one's the truth?
The music is
Okay,
just so
what did
catchy.
everyone pick?
you.
You're welcome. We picked each other's lie. That's great.
No.
That's the truth.
It is.
Hey! He picked it up and like jammed it, slammed it on the ground, didn't he?
And nobody picked the other lies up there.
I was thinking that or plunger.
I was thinking that or a plunger too, but I liked the other one. Thank you.
Now it's round 2, where all point values are doubled. Let's do it. Time to pick a category.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the question. Metrophilia is sexual arousal caused by blank. Enter your lies now. All right, where's the truth? All right, who picked what?
Oh God! Jeez!
I had to. I like the answer way too much. But I'll take your point.
Oh, good job!
And
Hey!
look what we have here.
That was so
And we're
good.
done.
You got 4,000 points for that.
Yeah, for each of you.
Yeah. Whew. Well, game set already. We ain't catching that.
No, there's a chance.
Thank you.
Select a category.
I saw that and immediately was like, and I originally typed in writing on subways, and then I was like,
here's the
no.
question.
Writing on public
Budget
transportation.
hotel chain Travelodge reported that between 2006 and 2007, about 95% of sleepwalkers found in their hotels were blank men. Type in your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth?
I'm giving you a thumbs up though, because that was good shit.
Pick something. Let's see what everybody selected.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Everybody else.
And that's it. Nobody
So,
else's lies got
how many
picked.
of us typed in the word naked originally as our lie? That's the first thing I typed in.
Oh. It's usually not like,
I gave you a thumbs up on that one. These
Thank
men
you.
are out.
Pick a category.
Alright, Otter. Let's do it.
Just imagine these men walking around just full on.
Well, we ain't
You
waiting
hitting a
forever.
bang against the door because they're just
Okay,
like...
here's the question. Blair Tolman wrote a self-help book called Blank for Under $1, 301 Ideas. Enter your lies now.
I feel like he had $301 and found
Hurry,
things
hit the
that were
lie
under
for
$1
me, Bob, if you can't think of something.
and just wrote a book after that.
Okay, here are your choices.
Damn, I want to change my answer. I wish I could change my answer. I'm gonna give a thumbs up to this one though.
Pick something.
This made me laugh, so I will give it my vote.
Okay, let's.
It's
take
probably
a
the
look.
same one I thumbs up. I gave a thumbs up to. No, it wasn't that
Thank
one.
Mark.
Good job.
Yeah, real dark
Hey,
humor.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
Hey!
That's the one I thumbs up because I was like, that's fantastic.
We just won't discuss where the coin slots are.
Hey!
You slide
Disclaimer: all of them will be first dates.
Good job.
And the rest of the board goes unselected.
Aw. I didn't get any that time.
Oh, the shame.
Yeah. The strip club's
for the
made me
thumbs
A
laugh.
lot of thumbs up. Thank you.
This
Final
is
goodbyes.
the final
Get 'em,
finish.
Trail.
One
You're so
question
close.
for all the marbles.
Okay,
And
come
every
try.
point worth
He
triple.
thrown 'em.
Good luck.
Come get me, punk.
Here's your
Take
final
him out on a
finish
cone of
question.
lies.
Product name of the
My
gas
throw- I sit upon a
neutralizer
throne lies,
pad
so-
that you insert into your underwear, made by the Solutions That Stick company. Type in your lies now. Hurry up! Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything.
I got nothing.
Okay,
Down
here
to
you
the
go.
wire.
Find the truth.
I like this one. I'm gonna give my thumbs up to that one though.
You can
I didn't
select
get
multiple,
thumbs up, by
you
the
can
way.
select multiple thumbs up as well.
After
you
you
can, that's
vote,
awesome.
you can click on the other names in the list.
Pick some. Let's see what everybody selected.
Yeah.
I like
Good
that
one.
answer.
Yes. Scuttlebutt.
Scuttlebutt!
That's the truth. That's awesome.
Wow.
And nobody felt
I actually
for
gave it
some
a
of these
thumbs up because I figured I was
ingenious
picking the wrong
lies.
one.
I gave it a thumbs up too because I was like, that's so good.
Scuttlebutt.
Oh,
Lost it in the
Ooh,
end.
but I eased him to second place. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Jason with 6 likes gets the thumbs up cup. Nice work, bud.
Okay. Do we want to switch it up?
Yeah,
I'm
let's
all for
switch it up.
switching up.
Let's see what else we got.
Okay. Left in this pack, we have Lyswatter, Word Spud, and Drawful, but we also have 6 other games full of goodies.
Let's look at some of the other ones that we have. I'm gonna go down here to the planning channel. What the hell is Word Spud? I know it's in the same one.
I have no idea. Keep the words rolling all night. Just finish the word coming towards you.
Oh no, that sounds like too much typing. I ain't into
That's
that.
a whole lot of typing.
Let's see. What is about some of these other ones we've got? Quiplash. What is Quip? Oh, Quiplash. I want to play Quiplash. That's at least in the second one. I know.
Sure.
Isn't that the one where you come up with like the witticisms, like the witty things?
Yep.
I
Yeah.
think that is.
Awesome.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I'll drop us into 7 then, because that has the XL version of Quiplash.
Oh, perfect. Sounds great.
Okay. Bear with us, everybody, for a minute as we switch games.
While we're switching games, hi everyone. Welcome to Dire Bear Adventuring Company. We are actually running no D&D games this week or next as we are enjoying our Christmas vacation with our family and friends. I should say holiday vacation with family and friends for those of you who aren't necessarily worshiping or celebrating Christmas. But we take 2 weeks off around this time every year just to kind of get things out because one, I have children and like daddy can't Daddy can't be running a game on Christmas Day if you have to reach.
Daddy lacks dedication.
I'm sorry. Sorry, says what? It says the single man. Says
I prefer a free man, but whatever.
Says the single income, no kids. Single income, no kids. Yeah. Listen, I love my anchors, all 3 of them. Anyways, is that horrible? Is that bad? But we decided to get together with all the DMs and some of the staff from Dire Bear and play some Jackbox games. So thank you all for tuning in and watching tonight. We are having a lot of fun. We just got finished playing Fibbage, and now we're going to play Quiplash. And I think I've played Quiplash before, and it was a lot of fun from what I recall.
And now something to note for those of you watching. Now that we're into some of the newer Jackboxes, once we go live with the game, there will be a code on the screen for you to join as the audience to vote on the answers.
There we go. Okay, let me get in the game here.
No one took my icon.
I'm gonna be this guy right here.
JT's just jamming out over there.
I know I could use a cup of coffee.
I just took a swig of the hot chocolate I had. Keyword had. It's now very cold.
Now it's chocolate water milk.
Pretty much.
Well, once JT gets back to his seat, we'll queue up and start going.
Hey, thank you, Wretched Cuts. Hydrate! Which I've already finished my water off.
What are we doing? Oh, we're doing a hydrate. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna
call
load
him-
my hydrate.
I have to call him one of my tiny butlers. Oh, and a stretch! Oh, God. My back just popped.
Oh, well, thank the Lord for that. All right, so as tradition in my stream, whenever we do a stretch, it's always look to the left, look to the right, head up, shoulders back, double chin.
I like that. I did that the other day. I was like, my oldest was like, I need you to pop my neck. I said no, because I'm afraid I'm going to kill you. So I was like, tense your shoulders up and turn your head slowly. And my neck popped when I did that. And they were just like, when you get older, it's a superpower you have.
I just go like this, and my neck cracks both ways.
Cheers.
No, what you should have done was when your neck cracked hard like that, just
rum
drop
in there to blind you.
Damn it! Next time I'll remember that. I'll just and fall out.
Also, yesterday I made myself some Lembra spread.
Oh, dude, that's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be munching on some Lembra spread while eating some eggnog.
Is it like a buttery shortbread or?
It's kind of like that. Yeah, it's not so condensed because I put a little bit of baking powder into it, so it expanded.
Yeah, light.
So aerate it out a little bit more. But actually, I wanted to see if I could do this with sourdough starter.
Is it yeasty, or is
No.
it?
No,
It's
it's not
not a
yeast.
yeast. No,
No,
awesome. So it's
not a yeast
all-purpose. It's
Yeah.
it's all-purpose baking soda for the fluffiness. Cool.
Yeah, actually, I want to see if I can try and make this with sourdough.
Does
starter.
it use shortening or does it use butter?
Butter?
Awesome.
Butter, some vanilla, cinnamon, all-purpose flour.
Try. I don't know
Butter.
if you make homemade biscuits. I know I do, and I use really cold butter. But I've actually looked at using shortening because it gives it that flakier layers, and it blends better than the cold butter. I use the cold butter. I use a cheese grater and grate the butter so that it's like easier to mix in.
That's actually a really good idea. Thank you for cooking tips with Cap Stack.
You guys don't understand. I'm a really good cook. Tonight we had pan-seared pork chops with jasmine rice and green beans, and the kids ate it up. It was good stuff.
Well, hoity-toity, Mr. Royalty over there.
I made country fried steaks the other day and goulash on Monday. So
I made a boatload of chili on Saturday, and I've just been munching on it ever since.
I need to make some chili.
It just sounds like I need to go to Alabama. That all sounds delicious.
Come down. Come down.
I want to come down.
I think the only thing I've recently made was like a 25-pound lasagna. That's like the most I've done.
Damn.
That is a big lasagna.
Dude, it was amazing.
It will be healthy because you and I are both on this journey to be healthier versions of ourselves. So I will make you some lemon pepper tilapia and along with some steamed broccoli with Italian seasoning and Parmesan, and it will be super tasty. And yeah.
Anyway, shall we get going?
I love it when you talk food to me.
Go.
Talk foodie to me, Daddy.
See, now he sounded enthusiastic then.
Bring shortening into this.
Yeah, he did. He did sound enthusiastic.
Whoa, yeah. Hey, Maddie's in shit. We just started.
Hey!
Shit. Actually, hold. We can pull back. Pull back.
We can absolutely pull back.
I'm your host, Schmidt.
More.
I'm so sorry. I am so goddamn late.
Welcome.
No, you're good.
It's okay.
Welcome.
Do you
So,
want to take a moment to get her in?
yep, I am going to pop us to a Be Right Back screen for a couple minutes, folks, while we get Maddie into the video call. Stay
While
tuned,
you do
and
that,
we'll be back with some Quiplash.
yeah, I'm gonna grab a coffee while you're doing that.
Hey there, this is a game we call Quiplash 3, Quipsylvania. My name is Schmitty, and I'll be taking real good care of you. Hey, if you're bummed out you're not in the game, you can still affect the score. Join the voting audience by entering the room code.
There you go.
Don't look now,
It's time.
it's round 1. Oh yes, points. You score points based on the percentage.
For those of you
voters who
watching at
like
home,
your
I was showing
answers.
off
Clear
my
enough?
mug.
Sure hope so.
So if
Let's
you want to
go.
see my face with like wrapping around my head that says, "Is this the real life?" I look crazy.
How PG are we keeping this?
I
bananas.
already started.
I love the music. Coffee mug of my face being crazy.
Like I just want this these game soundtrack to play in the background when I'm working on a game or editing a video, or just something to help me concentrate.
I look like a Civil War, like I'm recovering from a Civil War injury. My head's wrapped.
Let's make some noise. At the front of the line is... What should you label your computer porn to prevent your mom from opening it? Okay, time to choose.
I know which one I figured.
I like both of them.
I also enjoyed both.
Wow.
Thank you.
And here we have...
I see you.
First the cat gets your tongue, then it gets your blank.
Oh, God.
All right, choose your
Whoa.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Unfortunately,
Okay,
I am allergic.
Thanks,
So,
you know what? I'm voting for that one because that's what I like. Sorry, I couldn't.
I figured you wouldn't be able to.
And now, blank. It's hard work, but somebody's got to
oh,
do
here
this.
we go.
Oh god, here we go.
Okay.
Man,
choose
see,
your
the
favorite.
easy quiplash here would have just been to put DM in.
Oh damn!
Aww.
See, you gotta play to your. You gotta play to the people you're playing with.
It's body harvesting. I mean, it's.
Come on.
We have
Let's get to it.
the
Vasectomy,
one thing you
snip,
should
snip,
never
done.
slather mayonnaise on.
It's true.
Your in-laws. Your significant other.
Decisions. Choose your favorite.
I mean,
I feel like these are kind of one and the same.
Well, one's more specific than others.
yeah.
True.
I had to go.
Yeah,
with
but
the
one has like
significant other.
very.
I'm not even upset because it was good.
See,
Also,
one has
please don't
very
ever put-
specific implications.
Mm-mm.
Moving right along.
No.
What's something you should
I
never
swear to
do
God,
while
I-
wearing
you
sandals?
Fucking.
Sandals.
Now it's time to vote for your favorite.
They're just gonna come off. They're just gonna come off.
I wonder which one is yours.
See, here's the one you. See, here's the one you don't do while taking over. See,
I'm
you
not
can't
even
take over the
upset.
world wearing Crocs. You can absolutely take over the world wearing sandals.
Yeah. Those are Crocs. You put those in sports mode. You can't
Right?
put
Let's get
sandals in
going.
sport mode.
A warning that should come with alcohol may cause blank.
Bad choices.
Ma-
Both.
Okay, everybody,
Are
pick your
excellent.
favorite quip.
I gotta go with this one though.
May cause drunk texting of certain people in the middle of the night.
while you're at the bar with your partner.
Yeah!
Oh, that sounds like a story.
I hate it here.
Okay, let's not dwell on round one
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
anymore. Let's see
I
the
hate it here.
scores.
Thank you!
You're welcome.
Yes.
How did we do?
Oh, yeah.
Rising to the top, as you.
Round 2 is upon us. Put on your best quip face because the points are doubled and the tension is thick.
Sport mode.
Thick.
Sport mode croc.
Oh yeah, we will after this round. Yeah. I am going to say whoever is up against me on this one. On these two, I'm so sorry.
What were your questions?
No!
I'm worried.
No, we can't. We'll find out when we find out.
I had to do a safety quip on one. I couldn't think of anything.
Oh no, not the safety quip.
Tick tock, time's almost up.
Yes, there it is. Also, I am a child.
That's fine.
No, Heath, I bought the Lego Advent calendar for the Avengers.
Let's see some
That's
action.
awesome.
Because I am a child. I'm 30 years old and I am a child.
Kicking things
You
off,
did it with your own money. It's
the
it's
title of
perfectly
this
fine.
right.
player's Great American Novel.
Uh-huh. Alex.
Okay, make someone happy.
All right. I gotta go with that one.
Dang.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I do like the entirely acceptable,
Next one up.
unproblematic Gatsby, though.
The name of it.
Yeah,
is
same.
intensely
That was one
confusing
of the
It's
for
gonna
show.
be exactly 2 pages long.
Now it gets real. Pick your favorite.
I'd name it Gorilla Mall after the Metallica album.
Oh, that's
me.
a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that one I got stuck on.
Yeah.
Let's see the next one. A command given to the world's most intellectual dog.
Oh shit.
Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip.
Reverse his intelligence by telling him to do it on Facebook.
That was a safety quip!
Safety quip.
That was
I couldn't
the
think of
hardest
shit.
safety quip
That was
I've ever
fantastic, though.
Next up. which
I've
jewelry
never seen that good of a
boomerangs
safety
for
quip.
returning? All right, vote for the one you like best.
Skull if you're Sherlock.
Oh my god!
They're
You
so
never-
good.
They
Oh my
are.
God. What do I do?
Oh, hello, Spidey.
Just gonna go for that one for the sake of it. That was a safety quip. I can't believe I got that.
Nice.
They were both really good.
They were.
I ran out of time to
And
finish
next.
typing it.
The most embarrassing email address to include on a job resume.
So,
All right, people, it's voting time.
I love that they're both Hotmail.
So hard to decide.
like, no, I'm gonna go with this one just because of what we were talking about before when I said I love all three of my anchors.
Richard Williams, so I write myself as the slick stick Willie.
Okay, no shit. There was working for tech support, and this lady's address, she made jellies and jams and preserves.
Next on the docket,
She lived in Kentucky.
player will one
She
day be
literally
the
called
subject
it
of a viral
KY for
meme
Kentucky
called blank.
jellies. So her email address, she didn't realize
Time
it
to pick the
for a
one you
while.
like best.
I'm gonna go with this one, even though, oh god, I just blinded myself.
The email one, that was my brother's Hotmail email for the longest time.
When this,
The Baby Punter
Hey!
101, that was my brother's email for a very long time.
that's awesome.
Yo, these are some really good safety quips. What?
Yeah.
Right? Let's put a cap on round.
Like,
When
the older
all
ones never
things
had
goes
safety
wrong.
quips. He's good.
Catch up to your boy. Catch
Prepare
up to
yourself
the man.
for Riplash, a final round stuffed to the gills with points. You'll each get a prompt that needs 3 separate responses. One of you wasn't paying attention, but that's fine.
I gotta do this one again. This is fun.
Okay, I can't, no. Crap.
Yeah, holy shit, this one's... Fuck.
Yeah. I was sitting here going, I know that we're allowed, but my humor went really dark on this one. I'm like, I can't
would
do
have
that.
gone. Go with it. Go with whatever goes there. Type fast though. 4, 3, 2. Nope.
No!
See those thrips?
Oh man.
Oh god.
3 worst things to suddenly feel on your shoulder.
I was trying so hard.
The chilly hand of death. Hardship, and
I gotta go. I gotta go with that one. I gotta go with that one. Just like, you know.
Oh, fuck!
the chilly
Okay,
hand
Terrell,
of death.
you win that one.
Hardship, and
No. I had to go with the other one. Your third one should have been Weinstein. Or Weinstein.
Working on it! I was working on it!
Fucked up but funny.
I can't hear you, Maddie.
My high school gym teacher taught me 3 things.
Sorry, I'm trying to to
Blank,
not let the plastic
blank, and
crinkle.
blank.
Oh god. That's fucked up.
Oh!
All right, people, it's voting time.
I'm going with this one though, because that hit a little close to home.
We went dark on this one, man.
I said go dark.
Woo!
Jason! Jason!
The thing is betrayed me.
That's okay.
Jason, is there something that you want to
should
talk about,
never
dear?
Get wet.
Oh.
Now it gets real. Pick your favorite.
Oh, I gotta go with that one.
Hey, listen, I remembered that they were called Mogwai and not Gremlins.
But really, you shouldn't get either one of them win.
Technically, yeah. Thank you all.
I couldn't.
Thank you all.
Honestly, I was drawing a blank on that one. I couldn't do it.
You rocked it, but did you rock the scoreboard?
I dang it. I hope we're doing that one again.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Ah!
That was so much fun.
And players, let's do it. Random sex positions.
Wait, what? We're live? Welcome to Quiplash 3, the one after Quiplash 2. I'm Schmitty, and I hope you have your quipping face on. Here's round 1.
All right, here we
Points
go.
are awarded based on the percentage of people who went for your answer, so make them count.
Mine's an obscure reference. I want to see who gets it. This music is a bop, man. Like.
I feel bad for anybody on one of my questions.
Time's
Yeah.
running out. It's go time. Prompt number 1 is one thing someone could whisper in your ear to win your heart forever.
Initiative.
Oh my god.
Du fromage.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
I
not even a
love that.
fucking question. I know the
I
answer to
love
this
that.
one. It's not even a fucking question.
Oh yeah, no
we,
shit.
We love our Genji Tartakovsky in this house.
Yeah. but I can run session a night. Should always win.
Yep.
I ain't even mad.
Without further ado,
Roll at advantage.
something Sonic the Hedgehog should not be doing that fast.
Oh no.
And now it's time to
Okay,
vote for your
those
favorite.
are a lot tamer than I thought they would be.
I don't know. Okay, I've seen enough Surgeon Simulator to be convinced that no one should be doing open heart surgery
Period.
fast.
That's it.
They're both same.
I just couldn't come up with anything that sounded clever.
I
That
didn't
was
want to
clever
go
enough.
instantly in the
Makes you
gutter.
win.
Oh, don't be a
Cause of
coward.
goosebumps, probably.
Oh, I was trying to think of something messed up. I just
Okay,
couldn't.
choose your favorite.
I know which one I'm picking for that one.
I'm sure he's packing some sentient weapons.
You have no fucking idea.
Oh indeed. Oh indeed.
Fuck.
Geese's
Like-
a strong choice.
Like, when I say that I have fallen in love with more sentient weapons of Keith than
Okay, what's
actual
next?
fucking players, I'm not
Who is
kidding.
God's understudy.
Oh god.
Bob from
Newark.
Decisions. Choose your favorite.
Not gonna lie, if they did a reboot of Bruce Almighty, but with Betty White as God,
I
Oh my
love
god.
Yeah, I'm not even mad. I
That'd
couldn't
be
think of
fucking
anything.
hilarious.
You do not win
Hey,
against
go with
Betty
somebody
White.
about his age. It'll work.
Yo, Bet Almighty? I'd be,
All right,
I'd
check
be
this
down.
out.
Betty Almighty.
The best way to stay young forever. Okay, everybody, pick your favorite quip.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm picking that one.
I'm not even gonna be mad if I lose this one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
I wouldn't have been mad if I lost to that one. That was a good one.
Good sign that you're a terrible farmer. All right, vote for the one you like best.
I know which one I gotta go with there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with too.
Oh, is it even split?
Yeah.
You know what? From
Round
lecture
one
on
is in the
Marx to
books.
being
Let's
the
see how the scoring
bourgeoisie,
shakes
y'all
out.
are speaking of people.
Well, my first reaction was something
Hey,
about
I did
Stalin,
not do
but
well this time around. Look at me on the bottom.
About time. You've won, what, the last 6?
yeah.
Yeah.
You see round 2 in
You know,
your
it's about
future,
time
where
you've lost your
points will
podium
be
position.
doubled And stakes will be higher.
But this is only round 2, so.
I gotta get my crown back. I just wasn't
You
firing
still
on all the
have your
cylinders there.
crown.
Look, I've got a crown on. Come for the content, stay for the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dagger.
Time's running out. Safety quip it if you have to.
Yep. This story fell in love with the voices in her head. This voice just also has to be a sentient weapon.
Yeah, but I do that to you a lot. I need to
You
Okay,
change
do?
it up
Responsible
because
for what
like you
happens
fell in love
next.
with the voices in your head and the Amber Temple.
And the first prompt is a college degree that will be surprisingly useful in 20 years. It's choosing time.
I like both of these.
They're both amazing.
Although, please, Heath, don't ever think that I'm complaining about you making me fall in love with the voices in my head.
No, not at all. Good job. Word management was a good one.
Because of safety quip.
Again with the safety quips.
I haven't had any
Heart
safety
surgery,
quips.
improve your odds.
I couldn't think of anything on that one.
Blank. Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I had to
I thought it
go
was
with
funny.
that one.
I thought it was funny, Trail.
Next,
Thank
we
you.
have
Thank you.
something you might
I got mad
overhear in the
respect for
back
yours,
cave.
but in the
Yeah,
end.
yours is good.
All right, choose your favorite.
Master Wayne, you're tracking blood on the carpet.
Oh my god, they're both so good!
They are both great.
Come on, Thanos, get out of here.
That was a
That was good.
That was a nice even split there. Look at
Let's
that.
see the next one.
Yo, these safety
Fine, not
quips are
safety quip.
scary.
Go when we die. Time to pick the one you like best.
Please tell me that was a safety quip.
Nope. In the fucking ground.
Fucking ground.
I hate that I can see.
Ground.
I hate that I can see Heath just gently putting his hand on his kid's shoulder or in the ground.
No. I would tell my kid.
Decisions. Choose your favorite.
The fucking ground.
Thanos.
I gotta choose that one. It's just, they're both great.
That was a safety quip. Fuck.
Interesting.
Yo,
those are
that's
the two
the theme
answers
of
I was
tonight.
thinking of,
Let's
but
keep
then
it
I thought, well,
going.
maybe they'll give me something better.
The one question science may never answer. Now it gets real.
Oh my
Pick
god,
your
no.
favorite.
I'm sorry. That's not even a fucking question.
Right?
I'm still trying to find the answer to how to handle a group of players, and I've been doing this for 30 years.
Jesus.
Over 30 years. Whoa!
I'm not
nice.
even mad.
Nice.
I'm not even mad.
No, it was a good answer.
It was.
That was a round 2
I-
for the ages. Let's see how
That
you
was
did.
like last second type. I finished. What happened there?
Oh,
I
still at the
didn't even
bottom.
realize I'd been in first place.
Right up to Riplash. The end
Riplash.
you've been flipping towards.
Too easy. Too easy! Holy fuck.
Too easy. I went to a disgustingly dark place. If I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose with flair.
Right?
Yeah, this group. Yeah, they do love the darkness.
Yeah. Are you down with the sickness?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just a few seconds left.
Ew. Wahahaha.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh
Ew,
yeah,
down with the sickness.
just Strahd just playing down with the
Three
sickness on
things
his
you should
organ.
never stuff a taco with.
Oh!
Oh.
Forrest!
All right, choose your favorite.
I
Well-
feel like more tacos is actually what you should stuff tacos with.
Right?
You think?
You stuff a
That's
taco
what
with more
Taco Bell does
tacos?
sometimes when they layer stuff. So.
Yeah. There's layered burritos, layered tacos. Your meat. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, audience member.
The 3 worst 2-word texts you could receive.
Oh,
Okay, everybody, pick your favorite quip.
These are
Oh my
just all
God.
from the same person.
oh God.
These are all from the same person, and Maddie, I think it's Anita.
I gotta go with this.
Oh my god.
Hopefully I gave somebody some points there.
Alex, I'm inclined to agree.
Oh, oh,
Oh, dang it.
yo, the perfect 50-50
Well done.
deserved.
50-50.
3 first
Yeah, it was
words
great, both
that
of
would raise
That was
much
fantastic.
concern.
I don't know, I think Maddie's a little better 'cause they all seem to go together.
Actually,
Oh god, I didn't read
Yo.
the last one.
I know the one
Yo.
that I like the most. That's the one I'd be proudest to hear.
Yo.
So.
Yo,
I'm gonna go with this one because
I ain't raising no rules lawyer. We abide by the rule of cool in this house.
Oh, fuck off!
Thank
Come on,
you.
I thought that was good.
it was good. I just
It was very good.
I got
I
you there,
ain't
man.
racing no rules lawyer in my
believe
house.
it.
So
See the
JT,
final
it was
scores.
great, but nobody
He
likes a
left.
fucking rules lawyer.
JT just left.
Fuck this.
Fuck this shit, I'm back.
Hey, second place. Good job. You took my crown.
Madi!
My
I
crown.
have been dethroned.
Okay, that was like that.
Betty White was hard.
Betty White was phenomenal answer.
How to handle a group of players.
Yeah.
God's understudy? Beautiful. Absolutely perfect.
Like I said,
Correct.
he's going for somebody about his age to fill the spot.
Was
The
looking
most correct answer.
Right, so guys, I'm the one running the game right now. Want to do it again, or we want to do something different?
You want to do something different, or you want to do this again, guys? What do you say?
I
What
enjoyed
other
that way
games are
too
in this
much.
one?
We
What
can
other
do one
games
more
are
of
in
these
this
before we move on.
All right,
Yeah,
one more
okay.
round of Quiplash.
I could have just Otter. I could have just played with the same players. I have the option to actually click the button.
We'll get back in there.
I am a cactus.
I look like I'm tired perpetually, like I do in real life.
Rolling.
Who's playing? It's your boy
Is
who's
that everybody?
rolling it.
Yeah, boy.
Beautiful. Everyone's in.
I had control until somebody took it away from me.
Well, too fucking bad.
I'm not talking about you, Alex.
Hello, this is Quiplash 3. Schmitty versus the Swamp Monster. I'm Schmitty, here to facilitate all your quipping needs. Ready or not, it's round 1. Points are scored based on the percentage of people who choose
Fight.
your response. Let's quip. It's quip time. First in line, the strangest thing to discover in a mummy's tomb.
Oh, here we go.
Oh god.
Not afraid of I ain't even mad about that one. That's good.
Hey, Betty!
You're on the wrong side of the river. I'm not even mad.
Ooh.
I can't be upset about that. That was a really good answer.
Moving right along. 1-star hotel review. Terrible mattress, no towels, and blank. All right, vote for the one you like best.
Okay, I'm gonna say probably most of the sheets at the hotels are already. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, but we're talking like you can tell.
Oh, okay. Like they're crusted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that one episode of Family Guy.
I like the body of the tub though.
Yeah, if you didn't explain it, Maddie, I would not have chosen you.
No, that's fair.
Next one up. If she were alive today, Marie Antoinette would probably say, let them eat blank.
Please let it be Bitcoin. Oh, come on!
Now it's time to vote for your favorite.
Disappointed it wasn't NFT.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Like, Trail, that was funny, but like, come on.
Next on the docket.
That was good, Trail.
What should have
Thank
happened
you.
at the end of Titanic?
Oh god.
Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
Oh
God.
You had the same one.
Thank you! Thank both
Go
of
with the
you!
one with no exclamation point.
That's fine.
Oh, God.
Maddie, I love that we both had the same one.
It's true. There was room for the goddamn door.
That's exactly what
All
I
right,
thought.
check this out.
She was just a selfish
Nickname for
hoe.
a big bushy beard.
Otter. The heat! An
All
otter!
right, people, it's voting time.
I love you all.
Gotta go bushes to beards.
I'm gonna pick mine because it's my name.
I didn't even think about the otter. Fuck!
Well, the thing about an otter is there's another a name for an otter is already used by something.
Oh.
And now, the most erotic amusement park ride is called the Blank.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip.
Oh, these are too good!
Pick both of them.
Oh, fuck!
I can't decide. I'm going this one. Just
I have to do it for the pun. I have to do it for the pun.
yeah, I did it with for the pun.
That's
That was a
safety quip?
Yep.
Fuck!
Oh! These safety quips are hard.
That was
Oh.
round one. Let us never speak of it again. On to the scoreboard.
Man, I got lightheaded. I laughed so damn hard at that one. I'm back at the bottom again.
Welcome to round two. I knew you could make it, but get ready. The points are doubled and the pressure is on.
I got a headache now.
Time's almost up. Hurry.
I feel like I'm gonna throw this, but I don't fucking care. I'm just doing it anyway.
Come on, you got this. We believe in you.
Let's have a look.
Going to hell for one.
First, but not
I'm going to hell.
necessarily best is
Oh, I'm going to hell.
Honey, after
shoplifting
some of
would
the shit we've
drastically
done in our own
decrease
games,
if
we're all
walls
going to
and
hell.
Oh, trust me, when it comes up, everyone's gonna go, oh my god.
Make your vote count.
System. Public candy. Oh, good.
I feel like there are enough degenerates that public caning would only further encourage shoplifting.
Maybe. I liked armed guards in a bounty system, though. That was a good one. Nice work.
I'm actually pretty happy with both of mine.
And next, the first astronaut to walk on Mars will make this famous quote. Okay, choose your favorite.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I gotta go with that one. Gotta go with that one. That's not even a question.
Yeah. Speaking of Matt Damon, did you guys see the mullet he was rocking in the last duel?
Ugh,
God,
I try
no.
not to think about that god-awful mullet.
Next up,
God
the name of a
awful.
punctuation mark used when a statement is followed by a fart. Okay,
Flatulate.
your favorite
That
quip.
I like that.
That's brilliant.
That is.
Please tell me that's a safety quip.
I'm not even gonna I'm not even upset.
Please.
Nope, that was good.
I haven't used the safety quip the entire time we've been playing.
I've never used a safety whip in my fucking life.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Without further ado, there's limited space in the bomb shelter, but this player insisted on bringing blank.
God.
Oh god.
Decisions. Choose your favorite.
Endless possibility.
What gunplay?
You know what? I know for a fact that you're not in this there, JT, because you would have put Stellaris.
Yeah.
Let's see how they handle
Probably.
a sign that your local zoo has run out of money. All right, vote for the one
Like
you like
they,
best.
they've just got like the corpse of Harambe there.
I did this for the audience. I did this
Yes.
Yes.
And for the audience, I gave it to you.
We are here for you.
Thank you, Alex.
This is gonna
Next on
work.
the docket, what's the biggest
I'm going to
difference
hell for
between
this one.
birds and airplanes?
If it caught my answer, actually.
What? One.
All right, people,
Oh!
it's voting time.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
You know what? Holy fuck, man.
God damn!
You know what, man? I'm
Damn
going
it,
with
Trill!
you. I am going with you and regretting not a single moment of it.
Oh my god, Trail.
Fuck yeah, dude!
Woo!
Although, Trail, I gotta
Okay,
ask, are you
Trail.
okay? Like,
Trail,
Round 2 is finito. Let's see if the same is
That was
your
beautiful.
score.
Sorry.
Ooh, that was rough, isn't it? Oh, I'm still at the bottom. Womp womp.
Now for Quiplash, where all Quip roads lead. I'm going to send each of you a prompt that requires 3 separate responses. You'll do great. Time's
Mine is a
almost
bit
up. Hurry.
pandering, so
Oh, I totally.
All right, Jason. 3.
Okay,
There you
it's
go.
Grip time.
Sometimes it's hard to think of things on the fly.
The 3 things you'd immediately do if you inherited $1 billion. Time to pick the one you
That's
like
the dream,
best.
right there.
Like I said, mine's a bit pandering.
That's the goddamn dream.
You know what? You know what?
It's
A streamer
work.
house? A streamer house is kind of goals.
Yeah, it is. You're back in the game there, Cap.
3 odd outfit choices for a horror movie slasher to wear.
Please put romper socks and Crocs. What?
Now it's time to vote for your favorite.
No, I gotta use that one.
It's the millennial slasher.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn!
Woo!
3 signs you live next door to a mob boss. All right, choose your favorite.
Both of those are pretty good.
Those are
Yeah.
both really great. I like they're in waste management.
They're in waste management is pretty solid. You know what? Fucking Maddie, you just reminded me of Tim with fucking
Breath
Johnny
and behold
Cement.
The final scores.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally at the bottom.
Oh!
Good job.
100 points!
Man, JT's sneaking up behind.
Armed guards and a bounty system.
Super Quiplash 1.
Fuck you,
Amazing game.
Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Honestly, I liked that one. The fuck you, Matt Damon. It's so true.
Yeah. Flatulation.
I thought you guys would enjoy that. And that was not a
Flatulation.
safety quip. That I literally came up with that shit on the spot.
Okay.
Great. All right.
What-
so
what else we got
are
in this
playing
pack?
Next. This one has talking points, the devils, and the details. Chomped up and blather round. I don't know what any of those are.
I also don't know what any of those are.
Okay. Nah, that one seems like fun, but I don't know for streaming.
Jam dub. Oh,
Yes.
God.
Yes. I love this. I'm not gonna lie, I love it.
What if
God,
we suck
no.
at drawing?
I suck at drawing. It don't matter. It's fantastic. It is, yeah.
Right. What's talking points?
Oh God, it's the
Oh,
perfect
God.
DMing
I
game.
love it.
Oh my
Oh, no.
god. Okay, blather
This is
round.
just a DM with a talking point.
Yeah. All right, you guys decide.
Oh God,
I'm
Blather
over
Round is
campaign,
chaotic.
personally.
I've played it. It's not.
I'm thinking
hard.
either blather round or talking points.
Yeah,
I would
you
say
guys.
talking
Talking
points
points,
probably.
yeah.
Talking points. All right, talking points.
Oh God. Huh.
Yeah. So we went around. We added a couple people to our queue here. So we'll start with Alex, ya boy, and tell us who you are, where you're from, how long you've been doing this, and what game you run for us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As Heath said, my name is Alex. I'm from New York. I've been DMing for a little over 4 years now, somewhere around 4.5. I'm mostly a fan of homebrews, though I am known to run a module every once in a while if I feel like it. And I currently run the Stolen Cities, which is our Saturday game, which is currently on a bit of hiatus due to scheduling conflicts as well as Christmas. But we hope to start back up in the new year.
Excellent. And Maddie.
Hey, I am currently the only streamed female DM on Dire Bear. As well, huge Marvel nerd, specifically, of course, Captain America, as we can tell by the Captain America blue hair. I run our Thursday game, which until recently had actually been all completely modules. First running Curse of Strahd, then Descent into Avernus, and now I am taking my players through my homebrew. So far, nobody has died, though not for a lack of trying.
We're running all homebrews right now, aren't we?
We have all homebrews. There's not a single,
Wizard of the Crows.
Yeah.
Sanctioned.
Published module.
I think my webcam is censoring my tape measure.
Nice. Very nice.
Steve, welcome, sir. All right. Well, we're glad to have both of you joining us for this evening. That we just got finished playing Quiplash, where I was dethroned after winning the previous games. So I will have to redeem myself. And playing Talking Points, where we get a chance to come up with shit on the fly and talk about it. Oh, I'm so down for this.
Oh god.
I'm screwed.
I'm screwed.
A fucking group of DMs.
A group of DMs, oh god.
What could
Welcome to
possibly
Talking
go
Points.
wrong?
Looks like we have a real bevy of
God damn it,
respected
Maddie.
expert speakers.
Damn you.
Let's do this. First, you're going to create original speech titles for each other. On your devices, finish the 3 speech titles you've been given. Fill in the blanks with something unexpected. Have fun with it.
Making me type things.
I love the music. Again, the music is just so good.
Fill out all of the titles. There's more than one.
You gotta do the Chris Tucker where he's like, you do the right off to the side.
Okay, yes.
No.
Hell yeah.
You're doing a swoop. It's literally just a.
Now, pick one of the titles that has been sent to your device. This will be the title of your presentation.
Those keys do sound so good.
What happened?
Oh, your keyboard sounds great.
Ah, yes, thank you. I made it myself.
Yeah, I can't wait for Alex to make mine. He's making me a custom Captain America board.
Sweet.
Love it.
Yeah. Very excited.
You will be the first speaker, and
Oh,
you
fuck off.
will be the assistant.
Ladies first.
What exactly are you going to be doing?
What is the
Excellent
assistant?
mind
Oh,
question.
oh,
As the
oh,
speaker,
God.
you will be presented with a series of slides chosen by the assistant. When you see a text slide, read that text out loud as part of your talk, and move on quickly. When you see a picture slide, just say words until
Oh,
something
I
makes
hate this
sense.
one so much.
Also,
Oh,
you can draw
nice.
and type on slides. These slides will be picked in real time by the assistant. You should always be busy using your controller to set up the next beat of the speech. You'll see the text and picture options that could follow it. If you
Alex, I don't
think the
trust you.
setup text fits the direction
Chaotic.
of the speech,
Why?
tap it forward or
Would I
back
ever
to get new
steer you
options.
wrong in this
All
fashion?
speeches will follow this exact structure.
Wow.
Quick personal intro,
See how it is.
speech title, picture,
Because I'm black.
text segue, picture,
I'm sorry.
text segue, picture, thank you. Meanwhile, everyone else reacts to the speech in real time. Points aren't just based on value. How many times you hit the button is just as important.
This is
So
gonna
hit
take a
'em lot.
while.
That's it.
Maybe.
It'll be over before you know it. Assistant,
Yeah, I don't-
go ahead and start picking that first picture. And speaker, don't forget, you're in charge of advancing the slides. So when you're ready, hit the button and the speech will begin.
Hello, my name is Maddie, and my talk is Fighting Slaughter with Laughter. What? As we can see here, this graph explains to us the non-linear path that your players will take while running through a game of Curse of Strahd. And despite the fact that they are a well-done group of individuals, it is very much apparent that sometimes they are just a bunch of fucking chickens, and you have to push them forward into the next area. Now, of course, this can be dealt with, and by this next simple fact, it changed my life. I have to admit that sometimes when you're running a game like this, it is just so saddening to know that you do this for free. And sometimes your players will come by and bring you nice little treats. You know, I've had players who have been gifting me food and drink and other various lovely books. And of course, I'd like to leave you with a poem to go with this. Even when your players are down in the dumps, you can always lift their spirits with
Come on. Come on.
mass murdering thumps.
Yeah.
She did it!
Oh, thank you very much.
I really clap for that one.
Okay, what's with the like
So
up and
having
down
score
like?
comes from engagements. You know how many times people hit buttons.
Oh,
Yeah.
And the
Oh.
other one comes from the peaks and the valleys of the graph. The qualitative judgment. Put it together, and that's your score.
Oh my
And
god,
don't
you can
forget,
see the point where
assistant
she
gets
can't
points
stop
too.
talking.
Before this speech fades from
On
memory,
the graph.
it's time to fill out the comment card.
Oh god.
Write something you
Oh
remember
my
from
God.
the speech. A quote they said.
Not
a quote
gonna
you
lie,
wish they said,
this
or
is
just
the
a general
exact
impression.
trajectory your party will go through when playing Curse of Strahd. Killed me. Ended my fucking life. Shit was amazing.
I mean, I'm not wrong.
I know! That's the worst part.
Like, I am not wrong.
This is absolute insanity. Oh god.
Do it again.
I'm actually
Oh,
nervous
there we go.
about this one.
Who?
As good as I am at public speaking,
Just
this one actually
do
makes-
it!
Oh, I'm the assistant. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna stand up for this one.
Oh yeah.
Hello, my name is the Bard, and my talk is.
You've got to do next slide there, dear.
Okay. There's a meme hidden in each of these pictures, and I will tell you which one. What ones will it be? You'll have to find right out. Obviously, 3 pelicans on a bench, but there's 4. But there's 4! What are you gonna do about it? You know what the memes are? You don't even know, because obviously there's a given in this picture and you don't even know it. There are 4 birds, and you know what? The insanity is everywhere. So, how do we know this is a meme? Because clearly, bird, clean, given. My point. The next picture is easy to spot. Super easy to spot. Next. Next!
It's you, dear.
Yeah, it's the assistant. This is the next picture. It's super easy to spot. Obviously, this is Coruscant. This is Trail's game that's going to happen with the Star Wars DMing that he's going to do in the upcoming year. So what's the meme? Obviously, Star Wars is a meme. What are you going to do? I don't know. Throw Jar Jar Binks in there. Maybe a Stormtrooper or two. Maybe Jabba the Frickin' Hutt. But who knows? We'll have to see how Trail does it in this next game. The lesson here is that there's a little bit of this in all of us. Oops. Exactly. Ugh. It's definitely me doing all the flexing because you just gotta do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams! Just do it! Thank you.
Oh my god.
Bananas.
Absolutely bonkers.
Let's tally it all up.
Oof.
Fill out that comment card.
Okay, I think I need to put on some deodorant.
That's the comment card.
It just needs more deodorant.
Needs more deodorant.
Next in line.
Oh God, Cap.
Oh no, he's the assistant. Oh, he's fucked.
Get ready for the train.
Oh God. I'm not ready for this. Hello, my name is Theodus Trail, and my talk is be wearing the rules lawyer. The one, you know, the only. The one that talks about having to make sure that all modifiers are accounted for. That this person is blinking, even though they're not necessarily exactly on either side. Why is there meerkats on the back? And the discussion of meerkats in the game and whether or not they belong in the actual initiative roll. How many dice do you roll to count each one? Do they go into a cluster? And who to blame when things go wrong? Is it the DM? Is it that one player that was able to land a critical and kill the person you weren't supposed to? Or when they decide not to be quiet? That rules lawyer. Beware of them. They never shut up. They're always about just the ahem every time. Next slide. Now take a second to imagine this. You're there with your comrades in a dungeon. You're about to lay waste to this guy. All you gotta do is land a crit, and the rules lawyer says, "But can we see them?" At that point, just kill the rules lawyer. No one wants to have to deal with them anymore.
Just kill them.
It makes everything just so much better.
If only
Because
we
at that
could.
point, you no longer have to worry about whether or not you saw the enemy, because the person that pointed that out is no longer in the game. But I'd like to say thank you for this evening.
Just kill them.
I want you to know that was everything I wanted from that fucking prompt. You can tell right when he started talking about killing the rules lawyer.
Everybody just went bananas.
Just kill them.
Oh my god, that was
Yeah,
fantastic.
you did great.
Thank you, thank you. I'm actually nervous about this one.
Oh,
Believe it or not.
see, this is why you gotta just embrace the insanity.
Yeah. Just go with it.
That's what I did.
Ready? It's you.
Oh, hey, it's me.
Hey!
All right. And away we go. Hello, my name is Captain Sack, and my talk is how your players' hopes and dreams is the ultimate dining experience. Listen, we've seen it. It's nuts, it's crazy, it's going out there, and all you can think of is how to tear them loose, tear them apart, dominate them, even though you might be the smallest thing in the room. You look innocent. They have their hopes and dreams in your hands. And this is when you catch them off guard and tear them asunder. This reminds me of another slightly related point. Let's face it, sometimes they're just mindless idiots. They are no better than houseplants. That's when you have to take them by the nose and lead them, build them up, gain their trust, and then devour them like a carnivorous houseplant. This is only the beginning, and here's why. Because let's face it, the Venn diagram of where their hopes and dreams and their idiocy overlaps is often found. It's like watching a goat eat a strawberry. It's a crazy thing. You don't know why, but there you go. Thank you. I have been Captain Sack.
Let's look at
That's
the
actually really
graph.
well done.
Jeez.
You can kind of spot the theater background.
Aww.
Don't forget the comment card.
You did a great job of assisting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy.
Who was it that said you could tell the theater background?
That was me.
Oh, yes.
You're on.
Oh, fuck.
Everybody has a turn to speak, buddy.
Well, here we go.
The game suddenly crashes. I don't know what happened.
Yo, I DC'd. I don't know what happened here. Hi, my name is Alex, and my talk is...
How do I...
You have a next slide, Alex, that you can hit.
Oh, understanding the amazing benefits of orgies.
Oh my god, of course you would
I'm
take
paying
this one.
attention. I'm paying attention.
Now, sometimes you'll find yourself in a bit of a pickle.
God, no!
Maybe you had a few too many sex on the beach, if you know what I'm saying here. And you found yourself with a series of fellow promiscuous individuals whom you may want to conjoin yourself with. But I was personally, in my experience, unprepared for this absolutely shocking twist. Many of them want things out of this whole experience that you may not necessarily be able to give them. There's always that one person who is already naming your kids at the beginning of the orgy, despite you never having met them before. There's always that one person who's just like, hey, does anybody want anything? You guys need water? I can make dinner. Now, there's one reason for all of these very disparate things happening at once. Well, everybody's bodies are joined in carnal matrimony. And that's because it's a fucking jungle. And that's because it's a fucking jungle out there, okay, man? Every so often, you got that one guy looking like Bigfoot Harambe in the corner, just not doing anything. Doing absolutely nothing.
Can I click this?
Except maybe going to the fridge to get a drink. But, like, absolutely, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild. And sometimes you just gotta learn to have fun and let go of that kind of stuff. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Let's see how you did. On a graph.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh!
You were up there, buddy.
Oh Lord!
Bad pun.
You know what?
Put in a good comment.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I dug every single one of these images.
You're welcome.
Not gonna lie, the Sasquatch kind of got me. See, I definitely see the potential for the assistant to be an absolute piece of garbage.
Oh God, yeah.
Why do you think I said I don't?
Hey,
trust
Jason,
you?
you're up. Maddie, you ready?
Yeah, but I wasn't trying to.
All right, Jason, I believe in you.
Hello, my name is Jason, and my talk is going to be about. Next slide.
You have it.
If I wanna be my lover.
Checking account.
If you want to be my lover, you need to have a checking account. Look, if you want sugar from me, well, I'm easy, but I'm not cheap. First, let's look at history. If you can't support me in the lifestyle to which I've become accustomed, you'll get the axe. It's just all there is to it. I've got no room for dead weight. Who's responsible for this? You know, you could be asking yourself. Robots. The Japanese are making great strides in robotics and love dolls. Soon these two sciences will cross, and well, you know.
Ooh.
You know, they may not need it after that. Thank you for your time.
Favorite part of that
Time to
was
check the
robots.
graph.
Not robots. Robots.
Robots.
Oh, fantastic.
I had debated doing the old Alfred Hitchcock. Good evening. And trying to keep
Leave a
that tone.
comment at the card.
Good evening.
Didn't know if I could keep that up.
Robots.
That's the part that got me. Robots.
One last bit of prep before the award ceremony. Name the big award you're going to give out. Do me a favor and give it a funny name.
All right. You guys good if we run over a little bit, playing one more?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all
Follow
for
after
it.
that? All right, good deal. Oh, let's switch it up. Let's
something.
What event doesn't have a slideshow to remember all the incredible speeches you heard moments ago? Roll that footage.
Strong ending. Howard Thirst.
Look, yellow.
Killing. Deadly Houseplant.
Biggest
Robots. Robots.
Robots.
Robots.
And now, the moment of truth. Each one of you has one last big award to bestow, and that includes the audience. That's a big decision.
Oh
I
wait,
guess.
dang it. I wish I could take
And
that back.
now, at last, the very serious and important prizes.
The Jasker Lord, nice.
Hey!
Going on.
The nice dodecahedron award.
Someone won, and we all had fun.
That was good.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
That was.
I feel like being first hurt my score here.
Yeah, I feel like we should have if we did this again, we'd definitely been more prepared for what was gonna go on. But
Yeah, because like I'd never played that before.
Yeah.
that was good.
Let's. I agree. You all did a wonderful job.
Robots.
Let's check one from one of the other packs. Can we take a quick break? I need to step away for a few moments.
Sure.
All right, thanks.
Cap needs to pee.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we'll be back in a few minutes, folks.
Yeah.
So, if people go check out the planning channel, there are photos of each of the games and the other packs in there. And my god, that keyboard ASMR is so lovely. It makes me so happy. What switches did you end up going with in there? Oh, lovely.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. We are still going. We're going to do one more game. This is going to run over, so stick with us because we've been having a lot of fun. And I agree with everybody else. We need to do this every year. I actually suspect that we should probably do this more often, but
I would be inclined to agree.
This has been a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun to do this. It would be great to do some Cards Against Humanity. I know that there's one out there that you can play online. It's not the actual Cards Against Humanity, but there's a lot of them out there. Awesome. There are a lot of games out there for multiplayers, and I think it would be a lot of fun to do something like this. But definitely going to do this every year. So, with that being said, we're going to play.
It's better than my ass constantly recording the what have our players been up to over the year.
Yeah, here's what we've been doing over the last year. I am drinking a thing, so I'm going to cover up the. Not that you can't tell what it is about the shape of the bottle.
A nondescript soda drink.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. It's 0 sugar.
Yeah, I am definitely not drinking a distilled fermented grape drink.
I'm going to tell you right now. Honestly, I mean, we all know what it is. The 0 sugar one, the new one, they actually changed it a little bit, and it tastes more like a Coke. It has a crisp taste of it, you know? So, purple drink. Purple drink. Anyways, enough about that. We're going to play some Murder Mystery. No, it's called
Trivia Murder Party.
Yeah,
What are we waiting on?
I was over here running my mouth.
We're waiting on Heath, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give me a second.
It's been a second. You lied to me.
I'm sure you're used to it.
I am.
We're all DMs and GMs. We are all liars.
we are all liars.
Yeah. It's purple drink. It's purple drink. Alcoholic purple drink.
Residents familiar with the abandoned building's history know it simply as the Murder Hotel.
Simply as the Murder Hotel.
The infamous hotel was run by a mysterious family for several generations until closed. In unrelated news, the Trivia Murder Party killer is still on the loose.
We need to know how this works.
It'll explain it.
Next, Sassafras.
Trivia Murder Party.
Electric Boogaloo.
This is your wake-up call. Prepare to
trivia.
die. Welcome to Trivia Murder Party. Sorry, we're out of rooms, but we have plenty of deadly trivia.
Oh, we got a party
Only
appreciation.
one of you will survive. The rest of you will die. Was that clear? I'm trying to be a better communicator. All right.
Okay.
First question. What was the name of Karen's unseen husband on the TV show Will and Grace?
Shit!
Use your device to answer the question.
I'm
And
probably
the
didn't have to
correct
write it
answer
down.
is, you got the question right.
Well, Alex, we're off to a good
The
start.
rest of you,
Yep.
time for consequences.
Roll for initiative.
Welcome to room 101. Yay! I love using Cousin Aloysius's magic props. Pick a space inside the box to hide. Some spots are better than others, but don't overthink it.
Come on, baby, hide in the box.
It's time for the volunteers. Now, can you confirm that we've never met before? Just kidding. A little magician banter. You get a sword. On your device, choose a row or a column to run your sword through. Sword is a weird-sounding word, right? Swords.
Word.
Say, entrails.
Just...
Nice!
I like
good
that
thing-
one.
It's a good thing we can still win.
I like that one. That one's kind of cute.
You're not going anywhere. You're a ghost now. Keep playing and you just might steal someone else's life force and win the game. Oh, by the way, the audience is a player now and could win the whole frickin' game. If you're not ready now, you can join the audience whenever. It's like super low pressure. Let's keep moving. Which of these movies stars somebody in prison for a crime they did not commit? If you're in the audience, you need to answer too.
Yeah.
Ooh, that might be wrong.
Time's running out. Who picked this?
Oh no!
Such a good movie. Such a good movie.
One of
Oh,
you
hey,
still
Luke's one of
alive.
the movies I've seen.
I want to show you
I
something.
thought for sure that he did it, but I couldn't remember.
Welcome to room 217. Time to try to save
Easy on me.
yourself with a password. Enter a real 4-letter word with your device. Don't make it easy. If someone cracks your password, you die. Now everyone else will try to crack the password. As a team, guess the password on your device. You get a clue if your guess has a letter in the right spot.
It's like Mastermind.
If anyone figures out the password before time runs out, I will reward you all. This is a team
Oh, does that
effort,
mean you
so
get-
share clues
you
out
get a
loud with each
letter
other.
correctly? You will not guess this password.
I is in the second slot.
Uh-huh.
That I was in the second one.
Uh-huh.
I is in the second. I thought you were gonna be cheeky and use the Jackbox password.
Time's almost up.
No.
I thought everyone was good at hacking passwords these days, but I guess I was wrong.
What was it?
Hi.
Hide? Oh.
H-I-G-H.
This hotel hasn't been updated much since I was a kid. Same carpet, a lot of the same bloodstains. Ah, it really brings me back. Let's try another one. Which of the following states of matter has the most tightly packed particles? Almost out of time.
Oh, crap.
This.
Oh.
Only a ghost got it wrong. Oh, crap. Let's
That
keep
was a
moving.
not a solid choice there, Alex.
Which of these is a style of mustache?
Oh God, I don't know.
Facial.
Who picked this?
Oh no! Good job, you two.
Oh, crap.
The BP and the Exxon. What?
Math.
Math.
It's a
Oh,
math,
yeah.
baby. Do as much math as you can before time runs out. The worst mathlete will be punished. Let's go. There's just something about numbers, right? Only time for one or two more bits of math.
Oh
I got
Wow, this
frozen,
ended with
man.
U to the power of dead.
You to the power of death.
We're here. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round. Next question. I'm making a mythological griffin. I have half an eagle. Now, what do I need?
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Come on.
God.
Come on. Come on.
You're talking to a bunch of D&D players.
Right?
They don't know that.
Come on, I threw a bunch of griffins at my people.
Time
They
to
nearly
stop.
died if it wasn't for spleen.
Picked this. Well, that's no fun. Let's try another one. Okay. Let's just relax as I slowly brush this hair across your face. Whose hair? Don't worry about it. What does the S in ASMR stand for?
My dumbass clicked the scream instead of the actual intro.
So many times.
This. Everyone again? You all need to be taught a lesson.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Pigs!
Oh God!
Oh, somebody's getting
You
pegged.
drop down this board and try to avoid the death zones. Someone needs to pick which slots are death zones. Go ahead, everyone else. Choose a slot to make it no bueno.
Boingo boingo.
Okay. Let the games begin. Pick a spot to drop from. I'm sure everything will work out for you.
No! No!
It's so hard to predict what will happen.
Damn it!
Trail.
Oh, good.
Oh,
The
God.
death zones work.
Oh.
The Nails. Final Destination 3.
Oh God. We don't talk about those movies.
Excuse me while I erupt into a
Let's keep
thesis statement
moving.
about those movies.
Who wrote The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde?
What?
Don't know.
Joke's on you, I'm already dead.
Almost out of time.
Boku wa mo shinderu.
I have no idea
Who
who that is.
picked
So.
I didn't guess.
this?
Oh shit! I guessed right.
I did not.
Come with me. We're going to play with mirrors. Oh, hey, look! The ghost of my Aunt Mildred is writing on this mirror. She has her own consistent handwriting. Now, Aunt Mildred is going to write a different word. But so will everyone else. Draw a word on the mirror, and maybe you'll trick someone into thinking it's Aunt Mildred's. Go ahead and start writing. Pay attention to the words as they appear, and try to spot my auntie. So many convincing words to choose from. Now, type the word that Aunt Mildred wrote, or you die. Would the real Aunt Mildred please stand up? Aunt
That's my
Mildred
first
would
choice, and then I
never
second
say
that.
that. Let me show you what's behind the looking
wrote that.
glass.
I literally wrote it backwards thinking it was supposed to be mirrored.
Only one of you is still alive. You know what that means. Glad to see you're the one to make it here alive, but will you be the one to escape?
Oh God, Cap's winning again.
I'm going to give you a category. Operas. Tap each answer that fits the category, and then press submit.
Yeah, boy.
Let's see the right answers.
It's not as Bellucci. No, it is
You
Laboine.
advance one space for every correct answer.
Say it again in your Cajun French.
You're a little bit closer
Laboine.
to escaping. Oh, wait, did you think it was going to be just you? Aw, that's cute. If a ghost catches you, they'll steal your life force. Then they can try to escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And they get a third chance to help them catch up to you. Time is almost up. Here come the ghosts. Egyptian gods and goddesses. Here comes the next question. Roman numerals.
You're talking to a bunch of D&D players.
Funny is I didn't realize you could choose none or both.
Yeah.
It
There's
just
a
hit me
bigger
that.
ghost right behind you. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Here comes the darkness. Ghostbusters.
Wait a second, is this counting the reboot?
Time is almost up.
Looks like it.
Oh, fuck.
Yes,
Fuck.
I am.
I only know of one.
I didn't move forward at all. Ah, god
Neither
damn
did
it.
I.
Palindromes.
What? What? What is that?
Same word spelled backwards as they are forwards.
Ah!
Oh no, I fucked up.
Shit, I didn't even get to choose one, but apparently that was correct.
Yeah, same.
Don't look back because there's a ghost right there. Tomato varieties.
Oh no!
A ghost stole your life force.
You son of a bitch.
Boats with sails. Time is almost up.
For DMs, we know this.
Should know this.
Yeah.
Everyone!
You're better than I thought. Another life
Get
force
back
swap.
out of here.
Not so fast. If you want to break through that barrier, you'll need to ace this next question. And if you're still alive and want to break through, you have to get all 3 answer choices right.
That may be wrong, but
I'm not
Yeah.
sure about that last one.
Yeah.
Just the Marty.
Oh!
I'm good. Yeah, I figured.
You have to get all the right answers to escape.
You son of a bitch.
Cat breeds.
God. I don't know this one.
I know two.
Oh no.
Oh! Oh shit! I thought it was two.
Oh no.
I got the first one. Oh yeah, we're all there.
Vodka brands.
Fuck yes.
Time is almost up.
I'm fucked. I don't drink.
I do, bitch.
Did you?
Shit.
See ya.
you alcoholic.
Oiled by my sobriety.
Listen.
Foiled by my sobriety.
That's got real DJ Khaled suffering
Rail, you
from
win with that
success
one.
vibes.
Huh?
I lived.
Squirrels look weird. Ooh,
What'd you say there,
good.
JT?
Guys,
You won that one. That was good.
Oh.
that was a blast. That was so much fun.
Remember that you have a party appreciation there, Cap.
Yes, I have a party appreciation to do. So, let's get started on all that. I'm gonna go ahead and close out of this. Give me one
Oh
second here.
yeah.
All right. Let me start by saying the biggest appreciation that I want to show is to everybody who has tuned in every week, every night that we run a game, to all of you who have been with us through all of our stories, through our hiatuses, through our I'm sorry, I have no voice, I can't talk, to everything. We want to thank all of our fans and all the people who watch and tune in with us, engage with us, and just have a lot of fun. Thank you all for making this channel and our games so much fun. We really appreciate all of it. Now, I'm going to start with Maddie. Maddie started with me when I had this harebrained idea to start doing a live stream show on Mondays from Foundations of Adalar to the next one to
The escorts.
Yeah, the escorts, and then breaking off to do her own show with us. Thank you for always keeping it interesting. Thank you for sticking with me through the times where I'm like, should I really be doing this? Am I any good? Is this worth it? And thank you for being there to listen and to hear me talk about these harebrained ideas and things like that. So thank you for all that you do and for bringing entertainment to everybody that plays and watches your show. To Alex, thank you so much for joining in this crazy thing that we do. Your show is beloved, and we are happy to see you coming back in the new year. And we just hope that we'll see more and more of you and your shows that you have in the future. Thank you very much for being here. Next, I want to thank Jason. I'm sitting at a place here in Alabama called JC's House of Cards.
What about my House of Cards?
Excuse me, JC's House of Cards. And I'm sitting across or by this guy, and we're having this game run by this DM, and she's doing a decent job. And he and I are sitting there, and I didn't know it. And we come up with this harebrained scheme to lock down their priest or their cleric so that we can then pick off the rest of this party that we're up against because it's a bunch of drow. I cast Hold Person and it goes off without a hitch. And the next thing you know, we just start tearing through their ranks. I'm casting Hold Person until like we got to the very end of it and like took down the cleric on their side. I think at that point in time, when we sat across from each other, coming up with this idea was like, it was a step brothers moment. Did we just become friends? Yep. Then to playing so many games where he and I had he had the barbarian and I had this bird, and his idea was to go, hey, you want to see what's down there? Yeah. Picks me up and throws me off of the cliff. I'm screaming at him. Luckily, I could be able to glide down to the bottom, to winning the dexterity race because I'm playing a Kenku and you're playing that barbarian. There's so much fun. And then I got to play oh god, Mr. Epic, when I got to play Henry Dean Parsons, and just all the fun that gets to come from playing a brick. I said, hey, you should join us on this whole entire adventure that we're doing. Why don't we mesh up with Nerd Eternal Network, which, guys, go check them out. Nerd Eternal Network talks about all things nerdy, which I know that you've got either upcoming or have already put out your Spider-Man No Way Home. Or yeah,
you know, we have not gotten around to watching that yet. We were.
Oh, really?
Most of us were probably watching it Christmas evening.
Okay, I did see it last weekend. Amazing. So I can't wait to see what you guys talk about. So thank you, Jason, for joining me on this and running such amazing games that you do. Out of all of us, I think you're the only one that's not running D&D. Like, you're the one that's like, hey, I'm not running D&D. I'm going to run all this other stuff.
Yeah, some kind of the way Tuesday ended up that way. Our first game was 5th edition, but it was a 5th edition sci-fi variant.
Yeah, Esper Genesis?
Esper Genesis, yeah.
Yes. So thank you for coming along on this crazy ride. Next, I want to thank Trail. Trail, they came to me and said, we have an idea. We want to do a live stream on Sundays. It's open. However, we're not going to start off on live stream, and we're going to record it and then broadcast it out. Is that okay? I was like, that's a great idea. I love that. Then they went on live, and Sunday has really taken off. Sunday is by and large one of our most popular evenings, and we're really glad that you guys are in there. You have a great cast, and I like the format and the things that you do. It's fantastic. And I'm going to say this to you on the air so that you have plenty of witnesses. You are never a bother. Always ask me questions if you have them, if you need clarification. I'm happy to answer that. I'm
That
happy
is a
to answer
threat.
questions. Yes, it is a threat. You see them all. You see them all. They're pointing, they're tapping their noses, they're nodding up and down. That's because they know. They've always asked me, and I always respond as quickly as I can. So
If he
thank
doesn't
you.
get back to you, I am usually on Discord at that time, so DMs, they're open.
Thank you.
So yes, always come to me if you have questions, clarifications. I'm happy to answer questions. If you have new ideas, be like, hey, I saw this mechanic and I want to try it out. Tell me, because I like new mechanics. And speaking of mechanics, that brings me to the next person, JT. JT, Wednesday nights is a welcome breath of fresh air. It's nice to have a newer DM running a game. And one of the things that I hear from people is they like the mechanics that you have in your game. They like some of the things that you do with it. So I tune in, and I don't get a chance to watch a lot of any of the games, but I try to catch pieces here and there, and I've always liked sitting in on everybody's game. They're always interesting to see. So I just want to say it is a really pleasure to see somebody who was a player step into a DM role. And it's great to have you on board. And I say that with all of this. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for making this as big as it is. And all I can see in our future is more and more growth. I've got one final thank you that I want to give as a party appreciation. He has done all the work in the background. He plays different characters in different games. He makes all of this look so good and beautiful and professional. He has the prettiest beard that I've ever seen. If you put JT's hair with Otter's beard, that would be an unstoppable force. I want to thank Otter for all that he does, for everything that he puts into this, and all out of just the kindness of his heart. He wants to see us all succeed and be huge, and his love and his appreciation that he puts into this is just, it's wonderful. We love you, man. You work so hard and diligently behind the background to make us all look great, and we are so thankful and grateful to you for it.
I
So
cheers
thank you,
that.
Otter.
I cheers it. To Otter.
Huzzah.
Otter.
To Otter.
Look. To Dire Bear.
To Dire Bear. And to many more. And a happy holiday to everyone. Here's to many more years to come of all of this craziness and getting our own compound.
Raise a glass to DMs.
You know what?
Any more sessions that we'll play.
Just before we all pop off, I think this is actually really good. We've got all the DMs here anyway. Alex, where did we last leave off with the Stolen Cities?
Yes. The party had just reached a second sort of human settlement, sort of like in the middle of future Long Island, where they had finally figured out the fate of Alzen von Kars, the first big bad of the game. He has been sort of in hiding for the past several months until being captured by the human settlement. The party is quite convinced that he is using the guise of helping the human settlement by enabling them to have easier and safer access to resources for his own ends in order to accomplish some ulterior motive. And upon interrogation, the last time we had session, their fears were confirmed, though not in the way that they were expecting. He has a similar goal to the party, to find a permanent end to this deity that has plagued the party as well as their friends and other outliers over the course of the game. This blood god known as Sangren, who is known to the older vampires as being the first of them. And it is for this reason that the party has formed a very shaky and very tenuous alliance with Alzen von Karst.
Trail, where did we last leave off with Varenheim?
So the party, if I am not mistaken, when it comes to the group, finally reached the town of Donvault with their companion Garrick, who they found out was a revenant, tasked with killing certain individuals of the Howling Wolves, essentially a organization bought and paid by the Kovic Kingdom, rival kingdom across the river, to traffic individuals to raise a undead army by an individual they've finally figured out the name of, Soren Arevus. While in Donvault, they were able to kill Caden Kursk, the leader of the Howling Wolves. But by doing so, they killed Garrick, who was Garrick was essentially like that was his target. And the party essentially left basically figuring out how they're going to deal with an individual that's raising an undead force to attack a temple underneath City of Aestum.
JT, where did we leave off with Falskallen Knights?
Falskallen Knights. The group followed up on a lead on a disease that is running rampant within the lower sections of the city, known as Trollsbane. Meeting up with one of the head leaders of the Soul Weavers Consortium, a local, basically, Médecins Sans Frontières, or Doctors Without Borders, group. While witnessing a Warforged being made, they are trying to figure out how to deal with this issue and problem. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Fantastic. Heath, where are we at with the troubleshooters?
Where are we at with the troubleshooters? Well, a plan has been devised to topple the building that is the Directorate headquarters in London. However, there was a question about collateral loss, and a new plan was devised. The question that they have now is, can we summon a dragon? Question mark.
Love it. A Knight's Ransom ended off with them finding out that the Crown Prince has been kidnapped by the King of Pycity, the neighboring country, and the Knight Commander has requested the party act as a vanguard, going ahead of them and clearing the city of any opposition so that they can just roll right through and go rescue the Crown Prince. Most of the party accepted. 2 of their members walked away, not ready to be having the fate of a country's, wealth and responsibility laid on their shoulders. Jason, what can you tell us about the Star Wars game that you will be starting in the new year?
The crew that we'll be following, not too long ago, lost their ship and cargo. But a very kind Hutt businessman has gifted them with a ship.
Gifted.
Well, that's dangerous.
They're going to start off by doing him a favor of taking a passenger into the corporate zone, or corporate sector, excuse me. Now this is set, I have to dig up my notes, I think 2 years after Return of the Jedi. So the corporate sector is basically independent, but one warlord in the Imperial Remnant has taken over all the sectors around it.
Fantastic.
So that's where the campaign will be taking place, in the Remnant Shadow.
Do we know which warlord?
I'm sure
I
they'll
have it written
find that
down.
out.
I can't name it off the top of my head.
But yes, I am big fan of the Star Wars game. Heath, you wanna play us out?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us tonight as we had a lot of fun playing Jackbox games. Thank you again to Otter for running the games and everything for us. We will see you all in the new year with the continuation of the Troubleshooters, the new Star Wars campaign, which do you have a name for that yet?
Remnant Shadow.
Remnant Shadow. So Troubleshooters, Remnant Shadow.
Good name.
Yeah, Falskallen Knights, A Knight's Ransom, Stolen Cities, and Varenheim. I got them all. Thank you all so much. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever holiday you celebrate. Go out. Be safe. Take care. We love you guys. Good night.
And remember, roar for initiative.
Roar for initiative.
Oh, thank you for the rate there, Bear GM. It's good. Thank you for the hello. We're playing a little bit of For the King, me and the boys from the Discord, and if you've never played For the King before, it's quite a lot like D&D.